If you guys could each briefly talk about the addition of 4 hours this week, what that's been like. Did you have 8 hours this week to do the virtual training? And Feleipe, if you could start and just guys go through what you've seen from that.
Yeah, and I'll give you kind of like my personal opinion. Yeah, so I think it's been, a great addition. Obviously, when you get more time granted from the NCAA or whatever to get more hours in with your coaches, and especially with learning a new system, I think it's great for everybody. But you also don't want to, I think at the same time, you don't want to overload people. You want to give them the right amount, and then allow them to learn and process and keep doing that every day. I don't think you want to overload, you know, the players, but at the same time, I think it's good. Give us a little extra time to learn a new system.
We haven't sat down and talked to you about your journey to get here. Can you just speak a little bit about what made you decide on Arkansas and what it's been like for you since you have been on campus?
Yeah. Um. Shoot, man. It's been a pretty crazy little journey to get here. Yeah. But I think it was the right fit for me. I think kind of just touching on a little bit of why I came here. I think that it was important for me to find somewhere that kind of felt like that next home, I guess, and somewhere that I felt like I could thrive. I wouldn't have many distractions around me. Something that I could just thrive in the classroom as well as on the football field and get to my main goal. Obviously, is playing at the next level. So I got 1 year to do that. Not even really 1 year, 8 months or so. And, I think that this was the right place to do it at. And just coming on my visit with Coach Browse and Coach Pittman. And, I like the offense. And then as well, on top of that, I like the campus and the environment. So.
Yeah, Feleipe, this is Trey Biddy with Hog Sports 24/7. Hey, I was curious, what are you able to do during this time? I mean, I know you're in Fayetteville. Are any of the wide receivers up there? Have you been able to throw with those guys at all? I mean, like,
Yeah,
what are you able to do?
yeah, we're able to, we're able to throw. I think the rule around here is you can't be in like large groups of like, I think it's with 10 or I guess, I don't know. You can't be in large groups. But at the same time, we find a way to throw every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So, I think it's important, especially in times like this when everything's limited, it's important to be in a routine because it's easy to kind of get distracted and get out of routine. So I think it's very important to set a routine in and follow that routine and make sure you're going along with that. So yeah, it's hard to get work in, but at the same time, I think it's doable if you just put the routine in.
And who have you been able to throw with?
There's been multiple guys. Earlier there was Kendall. There's been Tyson Morris out there. Mike. I've been throwing with Mike a lot. There's just different guys that come out when they're available. Because obviously school is still going on, so it just kind of varies from day to day. But we have a group message. We just communicate who's going to be there, who's not. So it works out really good.
This may sound weird, but I mean, do you have to be cautious, like licking your fingers and stuff before you throw the ball, things like that? I mean, things you didn't think about before.
You know what? Yeah, I've been a little bit more cautious about that kind of stuff, but at the same time, man, that's just secondhand nature, man. I'm just going out there to work. I'm not thinking about this, that. That's like that's what clears my mind. Is when I go out there. So, it's not something that I kind of think about when I'm out there. For me, to be honest, I've kind of taken it slow. But at the same time, I've had a bunch of time to recover, and Dave and the guys here have worked extremely hard. I think getting all of us back, and shoot, I feel really good. I feel almost at 100%. Everything's full speed. So I think right now it's just about getting back out on the field. Getting that kind of been forever. So
I assume you watched the draft, and if so, just how nice was it to watch a live sporting event? Maybe go Feleipe, and then Bumper, and then Dalton.
Yeah, I was trying to watch it on my laptop. I had like the ESPN Plus stuff, and it was messing up for a little bit of the first round. But I got a chance to watch like the end of it, and obviously reviewed it. Man, I think it's awesome to see a sporting event. Man, I hadn't seen any sporting events on TV. Obviously, it seems like in forever. But same time, I think it's awesome how they did it. To obviously safeties and first, but to be able to do that and have the draft and have it on television, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, Blaine Cole got moved from defensive end to tight end. I don't know if you got a chance to throw to him at all or see him at tight end and all, but just wondering what you thought about him being over tight end and how he could help you guys out on offense.
Yeah, I actually have got a chance to throw with them, and was here when they obviously made that move. But yeah, he's obviously like just a freak when you just like look at him and you're like, oh, like you're this young. Okay, that's weird. You know what I mean? But obviously like a freak in nature, man. He's a big guy, um, athletic guy. I think he'd be good at any position. You know what I mean? And I think he could, help out. We got really good tight ends in that tight end room, and just with that addition, I think it just only adds a competitive fire, make us better.
Felipe, talk to me a little bit about this being obviously an important year for you and making the decision to come to Arkansas and working with Coach Browse, his offense, how you fit in that.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, that's one of the things when I came, I wanted to sit down. I wanted to sit down. That was one of the most important things to me. Just obviously, what kind of offense am I going to be in, and I really liked Coach Browse's philosophy and Coach Pittman and everything that they bring to the table. And I thought that they're building. I think and I do believe that we're building something special here at Arkansas, and I'm grateful to be a part of it. I'm grateful that these guys have accepted me to come in and be a part of their team. And just be the best team player and help out any way I can. So, I think it was more about that than anything. Because I have work ethic. I can build myself back. I can build my ankle back, my leg back, and go out there and perform. It was more about just finding somewhere that kind of felt like that second home. To finish out my career, my college career at. So that was more of what it was about.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thank you.
How is the adjustment to Fayetteville? Has it been a big adjustment for you? Or I know you keep from Florida, I mean, it's different here. And then I know the shutdowns kind of affected everything, but otherwise, it's been a pretty good adjustment for you.
Yeah, I'll be honest, man. I'll be honest. The community, I was just about to say, like the people like I've met since I've been around here have been like nothing but awesome. And it's like, I've been welcomed. When I was looking for a house here, somehow I guess the guy he knew who I was, but and he was super welcoming. It's just I've got nothing but welcoming vibes like ever since I've been here. So that's been awesome. And then just the adjustment part, it's been different. I've never had to leave Florida before, so it's been different. Yeah, but at the same time, I come here on one mission is for all of us, obviously, to win a common goal, and then for me to get to the next level. It's kind of, I come here for a purpose, So, but at the same time, man, the community's been awesome. I'm excited to be to be a part of it, get around it when all this craziness is over, and get out and meet new people and stuff, because everybody's been awesome since I've been here.
The spring ball, you didn't get to have spring ball. How much will that hurt you guys since you didn't? I mean, a new coaching staff, some new players, including yourself. How much will this not having spring? How much do you think that will affect the team?
Yeah, so I think that it's obviously, a knock on what we wanted, but at the same time, we get these extra hours and Zoom meetings, and they're kind of working with us to do this other stuff, and that stuff actually, that stuff helps, when you're learning a new offense and doing that kind of stuff. We have quizzes after every meeting, and that stuff helps. So when you go over that stuff, and I can speak especially at the quarterback position, when you go over that stuff and you come back in fall camp, you already know all the calls and everything. It's just about, playing with your new teammates and doing all this stuff. And guys that have been doing it for a couple of years, it's just about going out there and performing because you'll have all this time to learn the offense. So I think if you just take advantage of it, it'll help.
Back to Feleipe. You said you like this you like the offense. What is it specifically about it that you're liking?
What is it specifically about it? I think the freedom about it. It's kind of what I'm used to. It was kind of like that at Florida. I was always in, I have been in that system a little longer, but at the same time, it just gives the freedom to the receivers and to some of the other people to do some things. And I think it's a really productive offense. And I think it can be really productive here. I believe in it. These players believe in it. Our team believes in it. And, we can go out there and execute and be successful. We can get other people to believe in it. So I think that's what I like about it most, man. I think it's I've seen it work before. It's worked before. It's been proven to work before, and I'm just excited to be a part of it.
Okay, and my last one here was, when you're brought in like you have been as a grad transfer, certain leadership expectations come from that, but you guys haven't hit the field yet, and I'm wondering what it's been like trying to
Muted.
in this circumstance.
Okay, so I don't think that that's a really good question. I don't think that you should ever try to lead. I think that if you try to lead, then it could come off as fake, and then at that point, then it's not really leading. So I definitely think that I just come in and I'm just gonna be myself. I'm just gonna be me. I'm gonna be supportive. I know that, like I said, I know that it's a new team, and I don't know everybody. I'm not from Arkansas, even though I've loved this state since I've been here. But it's different for me, and I'm just gonna be me. And like I said, they've accepted me with open arms, and I'm super grateful for that. I don't take that for granted. Because when I come to the facility every day, I try to come in with a purpose every day to make me better and to hopefully make somebody around me better. I think that's what being a part of a team is about. So that's kind of just my deal. I don't think you want to try to lead and be kind of weird about it. It's just be you.
Do you feel good that the offensive game is being installed as well as it could be under these circumstances?
Yeah, I think that it's hard. It's definitely hard to, when you're not, especially for me. I can learn in the classroom, but then I'm also a guy that needs to go on the field and learn like that as well. But it's definitely hard. But like I said, if you put your mind and you put a principle down and you have a plan, I think that it makes things a little bit easier. And these coaches have made things a lot easier, being super helpful and open to us. And I'll be honest, I think that it's not going to affect us too much because, ever since ever since I stepped on campus, these guys have been some of the most motivated guys that I've been around. And I think that, if you have that, and, I've seen teams turn around in a year with just, the motivation and the stuff. I think that we're on the right track. That's what I'm trying to say. So I don't think it's the limitation. I think if we approach it the right way, it'll be a blessing in the end. I think that, like, my whole mindset going into where I wanted to pick a school was not, it'd be easy for me to just go to a top program and somewhere where it's already good, but, that isn't, who am I, who am I really helping there? So, I decided to come to Arkansas and, when I was at Florida, we went 4-7, and the next year we go and win 10 games in the New Year's Six Bowl. So like I said, it's all about, I've seen it, firsthand. It's the motivation, and we have it on this team, and it just takes that one spark, that turnaround. Maybe a different coaching staff, a change, and I love being the underdog. I think that's what makes me just go harder each and every day to just prove more and more people wrong. And I think that that's a good mentality to have for this team as well. Just keep on proving people wrong, and all it takes is flip of a switch, man, and I think turn around quick.